What's going on, North Texas barbecue addicts? It's me, Kenneth, and in today's episode, I'm going to show you awesome surf and turf using Six Brothers beef, red Argentine shrimp, and their USDA prime steak. I don't know about y'all, but it seems like no matter where I go and order seafood or surf and turf, it never turns out right. The steak's either overcooked or undercooked. The seafood's never cooked right, doesn't have the right kind of flavor. So I've pretty much given up on ordering that when I go out to a restaurant, but that's okay because I know how to make it perfect at the house, and I'm going to show you how to do it today as well. And it starts with awesome ingredients. Like I said, we've got USDA prime steak and wild caught red Argentine shrimp from Six Brothers beef. I've got my buddy Billy over here. We're just hanging out and we're going to grill up some surf and turf on the slow and sear kettle. So if that sounds interesting to y'all guys, this turned out awesome. Make sure you stick around. You're going to want to know how to do this. Let's get to it. Alright everybody, so here's our steak that we're working with. You can see it's got some beautiful marbling on it. I do want to trim off just a little bit of this fat right here with a sharp knife. We're just going to kind of clean it up there just so we don't have just one little bite of fat there. Nothing really crazy. And next thing I want to do is get this seasoned up. So let me get the ingredients for that and we'll get right to it. Alright, and we're going to be hitting it with some new seasoning I haven't got to try out yet, the Prime Time. It's the buttery beef rub from PS Seasonings. I'll have their information down below in the description box. Before we do that, we're going to put a nice little coating of Worcestershire sauce on this steak. It doesn't take a whole lot of this, just a little bit, enough to let your seasoning stick to it. So just a couple dashes on each side there. Put that all over the edges and everything. Flip that around. Same thing. Just enough to cover it. That's going to put a little bit of extra flavor in there as well. So here we go. That's nice and binded up. So let's go ahead and put on that buttery beef rub from PS Seasonings. Haven't got to use this cooked with it yet. I did taste it by itself and it does taste buttery. So I can't really see how it could be bad. It's going to put a nice color on our steak as well. So there we go. We got that right there. Flip that over. Same thing. We've got the slow and sear kettle getting heated up to about 250 to 260 degrees. We're going to be reverse searing this, so next time I see y'all, we'll be tossing it on. So while the steak is letting that Worcestershire and seasoning from PS Seasonings soak up into it and the slow and sear kettle is coming up to temperature, we're going to get these red Argentine wild caught shrimp ready for the grill as well. And we're going to hit it with a little bit of zesty Italian. You can marinate your shrimp however you like. Another marinade that I like to use is Bloody Mary mix or some margarita mix as well. And then next I'm going to add some minced garlic in there just for a little bit of pop to that zesty Italian. And put about probably 2 spoonfuls in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and start mixing that all up and incorporate it just like that. That's going to put some great texture on our shrimp here. And I'm going to finish mixing this around and get it ready for the grill. And next time I see y'all, we'll throw the steak on. So like I mentioned in the intro, I got my buddy Billy over here. He brought a steak over as well and marinated it and seasoned it up. You want to show him what that looks like? We're going to go ahead and get both of our steaks on to the indirect side. This is the steak that y'all saw get marinated and seasoned up, and we're rolling on the slow and sear kettle. So we've got the slow and sear basket set up over here, and our steak's cooking indirect over here. We're right at about 250 degrees, and we're going to keep cooking for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll check on them in about that time and see what they're looking like temperature-wise, and likely give them a flip. Alright, North Texas barbecue addicts, as you can tell, we've got some nice color happening over here. Let me go ahead and show you what these steaks are looking like. Here's Billy's looking nice and juicy and tender. We're going to go ahead and flip it over. We did register the temperature, and we're right at around 90 degrees internal, which is where I like to flip mine. And Billy cooks his steaks very similarly, so we're both good to go right there. So we're going to flip this over right there. We're rolling with some hickory wood with wood chips over here in the slow and sear basket. These are looking perfect. We're just going to let those keep rolling for, I'd say, 15 more minutes before it's time to sear them up. And we're going to go grab those shrimp and sear them over the basket. We'll do 2 skewers. We've got 4 total. We'll do 2 skewers for a snack while we're waiting on these steaks. And then next, we'll have some shrimp with our steaks. So y'all stick around. Alright, barbecue addicts, so it's time to check the temperature on these steaks. Let's see where we're at here. I want to register in the thicker part. Right around 108 there. Let's check over here in the thinner part. Like it should be a little higher, right around 113. And let's check this guy over here. About 113 as well there. And a little bit higher there, close to 115. So what that tells me is it's perfect time to sear these bad boys up, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. Before we checked in with y'all, I did add some wood chips in here to make it hotter so we could get it nice and ready for the sear there. So we got Billy's steak right there, looking awesome. And we've got this steak right here from Six Brothers that we're gonna put right next to it there. We're going to go ahead and let these guys sear up for about 1.5 minutes each side. We're looking for a nice char on these. We're about 10 degrees away from medium rare. We're going to let them rest, and then we're going to go ahead and sear up our wild-caught red Argentine shrimp right there while they're resting up the steaks. It should take 5 minutes to get these grilled up right over the coals. Reminder, we've got some zesty Italian, minced garlic, and we also went ahead and hit them with a little bit of our El Dinero from PS Seasonings as well. So that's what's all on the shrimp. These steaks are smelling awesome. It's actually time to give them a flip. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Smelling awesome. Nice, just like that. That is looking and smelling beautiful. Next time I see y'all, we will have seared up these shrimp, these skewers of shrimp I should say. These steaks will be rested, and we're going to give this surf and turf a try. Alright everybody, y'all saw how easy it is to make awesome surf and turf. We reverse seared these steaks, got some red Argentine shrimp from Six Brothers, and all that information will be down below in the description box. We let these rest for about 10 minutes after we pulled them off the grill. I got my son Brayson here. He's going to try some shrimp and steak, huh? Yep. Let's see here. How about, why don't we give this shrimp a taste right off the bat? See what we're working with. Already tried it. Cheers, y'all. We got to give Billy one off camera right here. Check that out though. Perfect color. There you go, Billy. Proof. These steaks are just dripping with juices after they've rested. Only thing to do now is to cut into them
and eat them.
And eat them up, exactly. So let's go ahead and move so y'all can see them perfectly. There we go. So we've got the Six Brothers beef one right here. Both are prime. This is a ribeye. This is a prime New York strip. So let's go ahead and cut into them. They're cut. This one's cutting like butter, I should say. Give it a couple slices here. This is how you surf and turf. Let's see what we're working with here. There we go. Looking awesome. Perfect cut. There you go, Billy. Give that a try. Here you go, Bubba. Cheers, y'all.
That's good.
That's tender as can be. That's really tender. And that flavor's on point. Now let's see what we got here with this New York strip. Also cutting like butter. There we go. Perfect cook again, completely juicy. There you go. Here you go, Bubba.
We're still swallowing rice.
That's really good, but I'm not gonna lie, this one's a lot more tender. Both steaks were awesome. We had prime beef on each end there. Bubba likes it. It's a win. Again, we had some surf and turf today. We had some wild caught red Argentine shrimp from Six Brothers and some prime steaks that we threw on the Slow and Sear Kettle. Don't be scared to do it. Exactly, what could be better? All right, I appreciate y'all for stopping by North Texas Barbecue Addicts. Until next time, peace. Give them the peace sign, Bubba. Y'all keep on barbecuing.